Let me ask you something. When you think of someone wealthy in Kenya, what comes to mind? A nice car? Good clothes? Eating out? Someone with lots of land? Travel? Because if that's what you think wealth looks like, you're already being misled. If something went wrong tomorrow, most rich-looking people wouldn't survive 3 months. In fact, most of what people call wealth today is just expensive pressure. In this video, I'll show you what real wealth actually looks like in Kenya, how to tell who's truly wealthy, and why most people chasing the lifestyle never actually build it. Because once you understand this, you stop trying to look rich, and you start building real financial power. Let's start with what most people believe, which we will call the illusion. If someone has a nice car, a good house, land somewhere, touching the tarmac as they say, they hang out in the best places, have built a house in their rural area, we assume they've made it. And to be fair, those things take money. But here's the part most people don't question. Do those things actually generate money? Or do they just consume it? And this is where most people get trapped, because they are buying things that look like assets, but behave like expenses. They don't produce income. They don't grow. They don't protect you. So instead of building wealth, they are slowly draining it while thinking they're moving forward. Besides what you can see, most people don't have anything else to show. Because that's the difference between looking wealthy and actually being wealthy. Let's make this real. Imagine someone buys a car worth 1.5 million, land worth 1 million. Without factoring the lifestyle part, these are what we would consider assets. That's 2.5 million tied up. Now ask yourself, how much income does that produce every month? In most cases, 0. But expenses, fuel, maintenance, insurance, loan repayment in some cases, trips to the land, and several others. So instead of building wealth, it's slowly draining it. And this is exactly why most people never build wealth. Because their income is being redirected into maintaining a lifestyle instead of building assets. Every increase in income doesn't improve their financial position, it just increases their expenses. So nothing is left to grow. And over time, their entire financial life becomes fragile. This is where people get it wrong. They measure wealth by what they own instead of what produces income. Now there's something else that happens quietly: lifestyle creep. As income increases, spending increases with it. Better restaurants, better clothes, more outings, keeping up with social circles. And before you realize it, your lifestyle has adjusted to match your income, not your wealth. So even though you're earning more, nothing is actually being built. And this is where things become dangerous. Because from the outside, everything looks fine. But underneath, nothing is growing. So you're earning more, but you're not becoming wealthier. You're just becoming more expensive to maintain. There's another layer to this: social media versus reality. Today, you're seeing a lot of young people and others with expensive lifestyles. And naturally, it creates pressure. You start thinking, I need to catch up, but what you don't see is how consistent that income is, how long it will last, or what happens behind the scenes. And this creates a dangerous cycle: comparison, which turns to pressure, leading to spending. And the dangerous part is, you're making real financial decisions based on incomplete information. You don't know their full reality, but you adjust your life as if you do. What you see is a highlight: the car, the trips, the lifestyle. But what you don't see is the pressure, the debt, the inconsistency. You end up comparing your full reality to someone else's best moments. And that distorts how you think about wealth. You need to know that, on the ground, things are very different. Now let's flip it. Real wealth. How does real wealth actually look like? Real wealth is a lot quieter than people expect. It looks like someone with savings, someone investing consistently, someone who is not under pressure. The car, simple. The house, practical. The lifestyle, controlled. But behind that, there is something more important: stability, control, options. So how do you actually tell who is truly wealthy? It's not what they show you. It's what you don't see. Look for this. Do they have assets that generate income? Can they survive without their main income? Are they under financial pressure or in control? Do other lifestyles give them pressure? Because real wealth is not about what you can buy once. It's about what you can sustain consistently without stress. And most of the time, the people who are actually wealthy don't look like it at all. Real wealth is not loud. It doesn't need to prove anything. And this is where the idea changes completely. The lifestyle will look normal because real wealth is not just about money. It's about control over your time. Can your money give you options, reduce pressure, allow you to step back when needed? Because that's the real goal. Not just earning more, but needing less from your income. Let's take this one step further. Imagine something goes wrong. Job loss, sickness, unexpected expense, a disruption. Now ask yourself, between two people, the one who looks wealthy and the one who actually is, who gets rocked and who survives? That's the real test of wealth. It is not tested when everything is going well. It's tested when something goes wrong. This is where the illusion breaks. Because the lifestyle doesn't protect you. Only real financial structure does. Let's get practical one more time and take an example of the same person with 2.5 million in assets. Let's call them Person A. They have a car and land worth 2.5 million, generates little to no income. On the other hand, Person B has the same 2.5 million invested at 12%, which is a pretty conservative investment in Kenya. That's about 300,000 per year and 25,000 per month. One looks wealthier, the other actually is. And this is the difference most people never see. Because one is built for appearance and the other is built for survival and growth. So the next time you see the lifestyle, the cars, the spending, the pressure to keep up, ask yourself, is this wealth or is this maintenance? Because if you chase the wrong version, you can spend years working hard and still have nothing to show for it. But once you understand what real wealth actually is, you stop performing and you start building. And that's where everything changes. If you're serious about understanding money properly, building real wealth, and making smarter financial decisions, then you're in the right place. Consider subscribing, and let's build this the right way. And if you want to see where you should actually start investing, watch this video next.